Hey folks, this is Maria Brew. Welcome to my channel. I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you enjoy the content, please remember to hit like and feel free to share. Hey folks, we are continuing to respond to questions from our subscribers. I got a couple of questions here that I'm going to combine into one video. Can I get a Dominican credit card with a Visa? Can a non-resident get credit report in DR? Okay, the first question is a no, because for you to be able to obtain a credit card, you need a credit history. And unless you've had the opportunity as a non-resident to establish credit, then coming in with a Visa does not give you the status to get a credit card. A credit card is determined by credit history. You must have a credit history, okay? So how do you get a credit history? Well, I'll tell you this, you can get a bank loan for a mortgage without being a resident, okay? So suppose you mortgage a property and you're good about the payments. You're creating a credit history. So 9 out of 10, you will qualify for a credit card. All right. Now, the preference of the banks, and I spoke to several banks about this, is for you to have an account in the bank and for not the status, but there to be movement in that account besides a credit history. So if you have a mortgage loan, if you have a car loan as a foreigner and you're good about paying it, you create a credit history that can make it possible for you to qualify for a credit card. But the bank may require, in order to issue a credit card, for you to have status. Now, Banco Santacruz, which is one of the banks that, they come to our conferences and they talk about banking. They say that, a foreigner that doesn't have status but good credit history can qualify for a credit card, okay? But they are going to want to see a good credit history here. They're going to want to check your credit history in the country of origin, and they're going to check, your earning. What's your earning history? How much do you make? So there are several factors. There's not a clear answer to that question because it will depend on the banks. I spoke to the counsel of a consulate today. She said that she spoke to a bank that told her that without a cedula, they're not going to set up an account for someone. And that's possible. Why? Because each bank has their policy. So far, the banks that we deal with will set up a bank account for you without residency, as long as you are not in the country in an irregular status, meaning you went past the tourist card and you're just here illegally. Okay. If you come in with a visa and this is, you're just starting to come into the country, you cannot get with a visa a credit card. The credit card is provided when you have a good credit history. And here again, once the bank analyzes your personal circumstance and decides that you will qualify for it, okay? So I hope this answered your question. We can help you to get, an answer from the bank. Like we help people to get to apply for loans. We help people to, get a response as far as whether they qualify for credit cards. We do provide the assistance if required, but a lot depends upon the bank, okay? But if you're a person who doesn't have an account here, who's just coming into the country, or if your account is new and you really haven't had a chance to move a lot of money, then more than likely you won't qualify for a credit card, okay, guys? So let us know if you require any further information. I invite you guys that have questions about banking, come to the conference February 3rd and 4th, because we're going to have bankers there, people from a couple of banks, and they're going to be able to answer questions about your personal circumstance. You'll be able to get free consultation. So come on down because that's a golden opportunity to get all of your questions answered.